Alright guys, my name is Shervin. Welcome back to my channel. These two credit cards are probably the best credit card combo in Canada right now. The RBC Avion Visa Infinite card and the RBC Ion Plus Visa card. Now, if you watch the end of this video, I'm going to go over both why if you have one of these two cards, you should absolutely consider getting the other one as well, and all the amazing value that it can unlock for your card if you get the other one. And if you don't own either and you own some other card, let's say you have the Cobalt card or some other credit card out there, why you should consider getting these two cards instead of that one card because of all the amazing features that both enable in each other. But before we get into it, if you are new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the subscribe button down below so you can see more videos like this. And if you get value from the video, do me a favor and smash the like button down below for the YouTube algorithm as well. But now let's get into it. So RBC recently changed the point system of these cards slightly. So you used to get RBC Avion Visa points and RBC Avion Ion Visa points with these two cards, but they've changed slightly. So what you're getting now is you're basically getting RBC Avion Premium points from the Ion cards, and then you're getting RBC Avion Elite points from the Avion cards. So again, with the Ion Plus Visa card, you get Avion Premium points. With the Avion Visa Infinite, you get Avion Elite points. And I'm going to explain why that is important in a second. But basically, the way these two cards work, just to break it down real quick. And of course, we're going to go over here on the credit card side-by-side comparison tool on my website. And we're going to put these two cards next to each other so you can see that this card, the Ion Plus Visa card, gets you a ton of points. Although the points are different, we'll get into that in a second. It gets you 3 points for every dollar spent on groceries, dining, gas, food delivery, rideshare, streaming services, and more, and 1 point on everything else. Whereas the Avion Visa Infinite, it doesn't get you a ton of points, right? It gets you 1.25 for every dollar spent on travel and 1 point on everything else. So obviously you're getting a lot more points with the Ion Plus Visa card, right? But the Avion Visa Infinite has a lot more features. For example, a lot more coverages. Look at this. So with the Ion Plus Visa card, you don't have that many. You have the mobile device insurance, and some of the standard ones, the extended warranty, purchase protection, but all the travel coverages and insurances, you don't have that with the Ion Plus. You do have it with the Avion Visa Infinite. But is that the only reason to get both cards? So one gets you a lot of points and the other one gets you the features? Well, no, there's actually a lot more to it than just that. Now, as you can see right here, the way this new system works is that if you own both cards, if you have the Ion Plus card and the Avion Visa Infinite, what you can do is that you can take whatever points you earn with your Ion Plus, and through this strategy known as the optimized RBC credit card portfolio, you can take those Ion points and transfer it to your Avion Visa Infinite. So basically, you get to earn 3 points per dollar spent on all these categories on your Ion Plus, and then you can transfer that to the Avion Visa Infinite. Now, again, remember, the points you earn over here are premium points, whereas these ones are elite points. And yes, the elite points are worth a lot more when you're redeeming them. So if we go over here on the credit card points tool on my website and we take a look at the RBC Avion Premium points, they're worth up to 1 cent per point if you spend it towards WestJet flights, and less than that if you spend it on other things, right? But if you have RBC Avion Elite points, they can be worth up to 2 cents per point if you use it with the fixed point travel program, which I'm going to get into in a second, and a little bit less on other things, but still more than 1 cent per point, right? So obviously the best way to spend it is to spend it on the fixed point travel program. So basically, if you have both cards, you get to earn a lot of points with the Ion Plus, and then you get to redeem it for a high redemption rate over here on your Avion Visa Infinite card. So that's the main benefit of having both cards. And of course, on top of that, you do have both the best of both worlds. You have a card that gets you a ton of points on everything, and you have a card that has you covered on all of these categories and even has higher coverages on, for example, the mobile device insurance. Now, this is even higher than a lot of the premium Amex cards and what they can get you. So for example, if you have the Cobalt card, which is more expensive than both of these cards, in fact, the Cobalt card is more expensive than both of them combined. We're going to get into that in a second. But the Cobalt card covers you for mobile device insurance up to $1,000, whereas the Avion Visa Infinite covers you up to $1,500, which is a lot better, obviously. Particularly if you have a very expensive iPhone, those are usually more expensive than $1,000, so you want a higher amount of coverage. Now, as I mentioned earlier, again, the annual fees of these cards, the Avion Visa Infinite only costs $120 a year to own. The Ion Plus Visa costs $48. So combined together, if you have both, that's $168 a year, which is less than the Amex Cobalt card. The Amex Cobalt card, if you recall, has recently updated their fee to be just over $190 a year to own. So these two cards together are even less expensive than that. And if you compare it with the Amex Cobalt card, remember the Amex Cobalt card gets you 5 points per dollar spent on dining, groceries, 3 points per dollar spent on streaming, 2 points on other things like gas, etc., and then 1 point on everything else. These two cards combined together, yes, they don't quite get you as much, because remember, again, the Amex points, you can probably, if you're very diligent with them, you can spend them towards travel and stuff like that at a value of about 2 cents per point if you're very careful with how you spend it. So if you're getting basically the same redemption rate, yes, you're getting less points per dollar spent on groceries and dining, but look at all these other categories. On gas, you're getting a lot more. Food delivery, rideshare, all of those things. Streaming service, it's the same as the Cobalt card. But here's where it gets amazing. Unlike the Amex Cobalt card, where you have to constantly look for good deals, see what flights are, offered at a good redemption rate, these two cards, if you use them together, and if you're using it towards that fixed points travel program, well, it's fixed points. So that means that the redemption rate is constantly the same. It's always the 2 cents per point. So if you're trying to book a flight that, for example, costs you $1,200 to book, you will always get that deal for 60,000 points. So you don't have to look for, which day is a good day, or, let me book, 7 months in advance on a weekday, and I gotta look for it every single day. You don't have to worry about all that hassle. Now, obviously, the benefit of the Cobalt card is that sometimes if you do put in the work and effort, you can find even better deals than that, right? So sometimes you might find something for 2.3, 2.4 cents, 2.5 cents, maybe even 3 cents per point. Those do take time. Those are rare. You can't just easily find them. Those require a lot of flexibility because, you can only find maybe one flight in a span of 2 to 3 weeks that has that kind of a redemption rate. So you can only get that one. If that doesn't work with your schedule, then it's not going to fly. But the benefit of this is that now you have that for every single flight. So you pay less to own both cards. You can earn very competitive rates, very close to the Cobalt card. Yes, a little bit less on dining and food, but it is still more than what a lot of other cards get you, because you're basically getting about 6% value back if you assume you can redeem each of these points for 2 cents per point. But you're getting more on gas. That's pretty good. Than the Cobalt card. You're getting more on rideshare, on all those sorts of things. And you're still getting 1 point on everything else. And of course, it's a Visa card, so you don't even have to worry about like the 5 to 10% of the times where they don't accept Amex cards. Like if you go to, a Loblaws or somewhere like that where they don't accept Amex, you don't even have to worry about those. Now, the one thing I will mention is that the RBC Avion Visa Infinite card does have a minimum income requirement. The ION Plus doesn't, but the RBC Avion Visa Infinite does. The minimum income requirement is 60,000 personal or 100,000 household. So if you don't have those incomes, then you can't quite get the RBC Avion Visa Infinite just yet. And as such, it's probably not a good idea to get either one because the two are really good together. On their own, they're not that crazy, right? The Cobalt card does not have a minimum income requirement. So in that sense, if you don't quite hit these numbers, you're probably just better off going with the Cobalt card or some other options out there. But if this is not an issue, you should definitely take a look at these two together because it just unlocks so many different things. Now, if you already have one of these cards and not the other, then you can just go ahead and apply for the one that you don't have and improve your existing card. If you don't have either one, if you don't have either of these RBC cards, then you don't want to go and get both of them right away. You usually want to apply for one card at a time and then take a couple of months off in between so you don't hurt your credit score. Because every time you apply for a new line of credit, a new credit card, etc., there could be a hard inquiry on your credit report, which will, of course, temporarily lower your credit score. Now, after a couple months, this effect fades. This is mostly just there to make sure people don't go out there and open 10 credit cards at once. That could be a big security issue. But as long as you just get one and then wait a couple of months, maybe 4, 5, 6 months, and then apply for the other one, you should be perfectly fine. And I would suggest, if you don't have either one and you want to go and apply for one right now, I would suggest you start with the RBC Avion Visa Infinite, because this is the one that's maybe a little bit more difficult to get approved for. So if you don't get approved for this one, you don't even want to bother with the Ion Plus. But I mean, it should be fine. If you have the minimum income requirement, if you have a good enough credit score, you should be fine. And also, this one has a pretty significant sign-up bonus for now up until the end of November. So if you apply before November 25th, 2025, you can get up to 55,000 additional points, 35,000 on approval, 20,000 when you spend at least $5,000 in the first 6 months. So probably the best way to go about it is to get the RBC Avion Visa Infinite and, just wait 4, 5, 6 months, perhaps maybe put all your spendings on this card in the meantime, so you get this additional sign-up bonus, and then go and get the RBC Ion Plus card, and then you can have both of them together. Now, as always, if you're looking to apply for either of these cards, I will put my referral links down in the description below, where you can apply for these cards through that link, and that way you'll be supporting the channel in the meantime as well, which I always appreciate. And also, if you want to check out some of these tools, like, for example, we have the side-by-side credit card comparison tool, where you can take any credit cards in Canada and put them side by side, compare them and see which one is better. Or if you want to check out the points calculator tool, which allows you to pick any credit card points system in Canada and see exactly how much those points are worth. And that way you kind of get an idea of, okay, which points are worth how much, especially depending on what you spend it on. And of course, it's very detailed. It has all the up-to-date information of how you can spend these points on different things. And in that sense, it should give you an idea of what each card is basically getting you on all your purchases. Now, that's about it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about these two cards. Have you tried this setup yourself? Do you have both of these cards, and are you doing the whole points transfer thing? Let me know how it's going for you. If you have one or the other, let me know in the comments down below. Are you thinking about getting the other one and basically amplifying your existing card? Make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And again, just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, make sure to smash the like button down below for the YouTube algorithm, and also make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you see more videos like this. And with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.